Hello, dear Aries. How are you? Welcome. I hope you are doing very, very well. Aries, let's see how your energies will be for June 2026. We're going to do a general reading. Remember that we'll look at the details later in the videos we upload to the channel. So stay tuned. This reading applies to everyone who has their sun, rising, moon, or Venus in the sign of Aries. You can combine the readings for your different signs to have a much more personalized horoscope. If you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen. I will send you all the information, sending whatever you need. Please note, all 3 phone lines are now active, so you can contact my team of tarot readers. You will be able to contact a tarot team that can answer all your questions instantly. The option to join the channel is also now active, so you can become part of this wonderful tarot channel. So you can become members and get great benefits like raffles for personal readings, early access to videos, polls, and much more. All right, let's channel a message for the sign of Aries, June 2026. Let's see. Aries, here we have the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the King of Wands, and here we have Temperance. All right, Aries. Aries, this is a month, pay attention, a month of many changes, a month that calls for flexibility. And I also feel it calls for openness, right? I can see there might be moments of introspection, right? Of doubt or indecision, whether to open yourself up or not to the new opportunities that are going to start appearing in your life. The key here is to move forward, right? I feel like you're going to have to take moments for reflection, right? Oral. Whether you're going to take a step or not, whether it's in your personal life, financially, or at work, right? Like, should I open up or not? Should I say it or not? Right? Like, there's going to be, a kind of pause before making a decision, okay? The key is not to go to extremes, right? To be patient with the results, right? I feel that beyond this introspective moment you're going to have this month, let's remember that this month we have Mercury in Cancer, which is going to be retrograde. And it may be that this affects you in some way, in an introspective way. Sometimes the mind goes backwards, it goes to the past, to memories, to nostalgia. But I feel that this transit can be used very well to meditate and to reflect on every step you are going to take, okay? The energy calls for flexibility and agility to adapt to the changes that are coming. New goals are coming. I feel like there are new initiatives as well. Once you are able to open up, you will start to reconnect with your personal power. And it's this energy of saying again, well, I feel alive again. I feel inspired. I feel like opening myself up to new things, to a new path, to new opportunities. The idea is not to rush decisions. And also, that's why the key is patience. Temperance is the key, right? It's like saying things aren't going to give results overnight, but rather, above all else, that this is part of a process. Let's see what else we have. I also sense issues related to health this month. If there's something that's been worrying you physically, right? Uh, if you've been feeling any symptoms and so on, it might be a matter of moving forward with this, getting your checkups. If you need to visit a therapist or a doctor, right? If there's something that's been on your mind, don't just leave it be, right? Move forward. Let's see what else we have. Aries trio, June 2026. Let's see. You have the sun over here. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Pentacles over here. I feel, Aries, that this month is a month of creation. Very important, right? Of creation, of birth, of a lot of inspiration, of revelation. It could be a month where the energy asks you to open up, express yourself, show your essence, show your shine, show your light. I feel like there's something you are going to be creating or you are going to be giving life to. Um, and this could also be a project that you have been working on for a long time. You know that this creation is costly. I feel like it takes effort, it takes work. You know, this isn't easy, especially if there's a very high goal, particularly for the future. You know, this requires willpower, energy, passion, intensity. I feel that the creation you're going to make this month is really going to be something very, very big. This could be on a personal level, or it could also be on a financial level. Now, what I do feel is that, let's see, there might be an energy of starting to reflect on whether the path you've chosen is the right one. Okay? That's why I say this topic of Mercury retrograde in Cancer is very strong, because I see you reflecting a lot on how you used to handle things in the past compared to how you're going to start handling them this month. This is like starting to direct your energy from a different place, right? More isn't always better, right? It's about focusing on quality rather than quantity. Here, it's not about working for hours and hours and hours or working 7 days a week, 24/7 without sleeping or resting, because this could end up exhausting you, wearing you out, right? It could drain all your energy and then you wouldn't be able to move forward, right? Because either your body can't take it anymore or your mind can't, right? So I feel that the goal you have or the objective you have, what you want to create this month is something really big. It's something really like very elevated. It's like this is the month when this goal or this objective is going to come to light. It's going to be seen. But maybe you'll start to reflect on whether the method you're using or the path you've chosen is, if this is real, if it can be achieved, if it can be manifested, if it can be materialized. What are the changes that you're going to make? So that kind of reflection will be helpful, saying, I have to spend all this energy on this goal. I feel like I'm doing a lot. Maybe start to let go a little, or rather delegate. I feel like the effort I'm making is also too much. So start changing certain dynamics so that your creation can really manifest. On the other hand, don't let it make you feel insecure or afraid. Progress, right? The change of direction. Because fear paralyzes us, fear keeps us in the same place. And here what's important is to try. Here what's important is to take action. It's about moving forward. maybe finding the right path and method so you can reach that goal or objective you've set for yourself. Okay? Let's see what else we have. Then we'll see how all these arcana connect with each other. Aries, June 2026. Let's pull 3 more cards. Let's go. De espada. You have the 3 of Swords here. We have the King of Swords. And we have the 8 of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords here. Well, Aries, I feel like this is a mental issue, right? We're in an energetic phase that's heavily focused on your thoughts and your mind. I feel like here you are going to have the power of words, the power of vision, wisdom, and intelligence to be able to see from a much higher perspective certain thoughts in your mind that sometimes disturb you, right? Sometimes they can be unconscious thoughts, memories from the past, wounds from the past, right? This is like starting to see them from a different perspective. If you hold on tightly to a thought from the past that has brought you some kind of wound or pain, right? It's like this starts to be seen from a different new perspective. So it's a month where there's a mental shift, a change in thinking, a change in vision, right? The opportunity to let go of certain ways of thinking that were limiting you in a part of your life where you kept remembering a situation over and over again that wasn't doing you any good, but was instead constantly triggering a wound. And start to say, well, what has this situation taught me? What have I learned? What is the experience I've gained from all of this? It's not about remembering over and over what hurt you or what made you feel bad at the time, but rather, what did you learn from all of this? You are going to start letting go of certain ways of thinking that were really boxed in by these thoughts, right? In these beliefs. So you can let go and open yourself up to a new way of seeing things. I feel like Aries this month really matures mentally, their way of thinking. I also feel an energy of changing ideology, beliefs, focus, and also starting to move forward with this new vision. That's why I think you will. It's not just a month where you start a new stage in terms of a new way of thinking, but you'll also be able to break free from those thoughts that were keeping you stuck in one place. This is like, well, I'm going to start thinking this way. I move forward with this approach, right? And Aries, who is very inspired, who has many ideas, who starts to express himself and starts to communicate in a completely fluid and different way. Okay? If you had things kept inside, like thoughts or observations, this will be a month when you start to communicate them. Everything that is kept inside, everything that is repressed, will manifest itself in some way. So this will be the month when you feel the need to speak. I feel like a lot has built up. Many thoughts have accumulated over a long time. And this month, it's time to start letting them out, whether it's through writing, speaking, or communication. Okay? Start letting all that energy flow on a mental level. I feel like it's also a month for you to be open to having fun. Okay? So you can also connect with pleasure, with what you're passionate about. So you can tap into your instinct, inspiration, and creativity. So you take each day as if it were a game. because reconnecting with laughter, reconnecting with fun, reconnecting again with friendship, with love, with pleasure, with hope, with those things that you really like, that you're passionate about. They're going to heal you. They're going to bring a lot of healing to your heart. So there can be quite significant healing here on an emotional level. Yes, it looks really good that this is a reflective month, right? Because of what we've said about Mercury. A month that also invites emotional reflection. What is happening inside you? What are your emotional needs? You know, there are certain situations or emotions inside you that you can't keep holding on to, like carrying them, right? It's like this could feel heavy. But the good thing is that you're going to reach a conclusion. You're going to gain clarity and you're going to start seeing all of this in a different way because you're going to start letting go. You're going to start communicating. Okay? It's also a month for you to break your mental limits so that you start deciding what things you want to do, what things you want to create, what things you want to take action on. Like, I'm becoming myself again, I'm taking back my place of power. I've already thought about it, I've reflected on it. This is also like doing a review of your life, like looking at your past from a certain perspective. Everything you've lived through, everything you've achieved, your personal progress, your relationships, your connections, your way of being, your way of expressing yourself. And this is going to lead to making a decision to say, well, I was somehow conditioned by certain thoughts that were limiting me from expressing myself in a certain way. Now, this month, I have the opportunity to break those chains in my mind and start expressing myself and communicating in a new way, right? This is how I show up authentically. I show up with radiance. I express myself with passion. I express myself creatively. And that's what I'm going to start expressing to the children. Okay? All right. Aries, which major arcana will be accompanying you during this month of June 2026? Let's see. You have the Empress here. I like it. I like it because we've talked a lot about how it's going to be a month full of creativity, a month to give birth to new projects you have in mind. It could also be related to expanding the family, right? If it's on your mind, um, maybe to have a child, it could be the birth of a child, it could be the birth of a project. What is that desire that excites you? There's something that's starting to take shape this month. A month, a month that's going to bring you a lot of growth, a lot of abundance. It's a month of great fertility. That's why all those projects you start will begin to develop in a very positive way. I also feel that it's going to be a great month for love and friendship, a month to connect deeply with your partner, also to connect deeply with those friends, also to open yourself up to meeting new people, to connect with new social circles. This month is also very connected to everything related to image, right? To the image you're starting to project to others. A great month to also connect with nature, with the earth, to give and to receive love. But it's the month of expression. It's the month where what I think and what I feel I need to communicate. Don't keep things to yourself. Don't hold things in. Dear Aries, this is what we've seen regarding the overall energy available for June 2026. Have an excellent month, and I'll see you here next time.